Welcome back to another episode of the That's Rank Podcast, the podcast where we rank your ideas on the fly. My name is Liam.
Now, we normally plan for this in which order we're going to go in. And
You
I just want
always
to
go
interrupt.
second. You always go second. You always go second. Every single time.
I've always thought we've had a plan. I want to keep this all in, by the way. I've done this intentionally because I want to give it this authentic feel, this fly on the wall feel. You're listening to the real thing. My name is Rob. My name is Rob.
Right. That is Rob there. And also Ben is also here as well.
And my name's Ben. Okay. Right.
Seamless as always. But thank you for joining us on the That's Rank Podcast. You can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at That's Rank Podcast. Please let us know your ideas. If you'd like to get your idea on this wheel over here, we spin this bad boy in just a second. We get a topic from you guys and we rank it 5 minutes each to bring up our topic and bring up our argument as to why ours should rank and reign supreme for this particular episode. Ben, thanks for joining us again, man. It's been a little bit of time since we've had you on. How you been? Outside the obvious. Cool.
He's a man of many words.
I just thought I would do it. I just thought, people with it, they can't be bothered. They don't want words. I'll give it, I'll do it with a look because it's podcast or radio. I'll do it with the sound. That was it.
Yeah. What sound would you make if things have been good?
Probably wasn't good enough. I should go, hey. You're more optimistic. That's probably more accurate about how I'm doing. Like,
the optimist inflection at the end there. I like the optimist inflection. Well, it's good. It's good that you're doing fine. It's good. It's good to hear. It's good to hear that you're doing okay. It's been a minute.
I don't want to mislead the public.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I understand.
And for those watching, if you want to find us on YouTube at That's Rank Pod at YouTube, which is also where you'll find us at Gmail and at Instagram and at Facebook.
That's right.
That's Rank Pod. But if you do go to the YouTubes, you will see that Ben has had a major aesthetic change. Aesthetic change. He has lost his beard.
Yeah.
Trademark beard.
Like Mitch McConnell kind of like.
If I was to rank non-bearded handsome faces, Ben, you would be somewhere in the 50 mark. No, top 10. Top 10 worldwide, my friend.
Accept that. Thank you. That's the problem, right, with working in a visual industry is that you actually have some sense of, commercially at least, how you look. This is not, but do you know what I mean? I like when I say this to people who don't work in that, they're like, oh, you're being a bit tough. It's like, oh, really? Like, I'm not talking about a normal sort of world thing. I'm talking about a business commercial sense. Like when you're next to really, really good looking people, you go, I can see how that gets you money. This isn't selling any magazines. So hence why I love a beard. Because
you do rock a beard, Ben. I do rock a beard. Rob was trying to be nice.
This is
before,
like 2 days growth. Seriously, I shaved this 2 days ago. It just will not be stopped. Anyway, you gentlemen looking fine. How are you?
Thank you. No, doing well, Ben. Doing well. Do you know what? I'll do so well. I'll take this opportunity to plug my other podcast. How's that? I'll do that. Dodgy Punts. If you like AFL, come listen to the Dodgy Punts podcast at Dodgy Punts on Instagram and YouTube and on Spotify. That's how I'm doing. I feel like it's taken up all my time now that footy's back, which I don't hate. But
Can I come on there knowing absolutely nothing about footy?
That's what I do. So I guess sure.
Do you know more than I do? I know.
I know nothing. I know nothing compared to Jesse Dart, who we had on the podcast last week. Young fella knows his stuff when it comes to footy, so definitely give it a listen.
And just to be clear, Jesse Dart will also be on the podcast next week because he's on every week of the podcast. Is that right?
He is. I meant on our podcast, on the That's Rank podcast. He was our guest last time. Yes,
that makes sense.
Yeah, rambunctious little fellow he is. So, what? Yeah.
Hang on. Sorry. Do you guys have other guests on this?
Yes, we do, Ben. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, sometimes we. Yeah, is that okay? And Ben has left the room.
Oh, no.
It's going to be hilarious when he tries to come back in, and it takes him like 15 minutes for the actual thing to go. I wonder if it was a sound for that as well. Actually. Yeah. Did you just turn your camera off, Ben?
Oh, God.
There you are. You've done that to yourself, sir. You've done it to yourself.
I really did. I can't see you now, Ben.
That's okay. Well, it's fine. We'll push on. It's all good.
Yeah, good.
And Rob, in your best sound effect, how are you doing? So we're all doing great. We're all in the mood to rank.
I want to know, what's a better sound than that? No, that wasn't accurate. I've been making lots of sounds. I've been tired, working quite hard, and I try to really hold my professionalism down in the office, but when I'm actually at my desk, you do hear a lot of, like when my mouse stops working, for example, like when I'm busy and then my mouse just stops working, you hear a, I realize I make verbal sounds at work, and I'm like, probably should maybe not, Rob. Like, you probably should try to hold your cards a bit closer to your chest when you are stressed, because I'm like a book. I'm like a book, like you can read me from very far. No, I'm actually not a book. I'm like the movie made about the book. It's that obvious. Like, you know exactly where you stand, exactly how I'm feeling. But generally, like, I'd be like, is that better? That's a better sound.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
That's more optimistic. All right. So universally, we can go for kind of like a, I think we combine, because that's what the listeners want.
That's what I tell you.
How are you doing? Okay.
Not bad average.
You're right there, Ben. You're right though. People don't come here to listen to how we're doing. No one cares. You're right. That's spot on. They come here for this. They come here for the wheel of feel. I'm going to spin this bad boy, and we're going to get ourselves a number and a topic for us to rank this evening. Gentlemen, are you ready?
That's a good sound. That's how you should say. How are you going?
It spins for you. It spins for me. The number is 20. Number 20 tonight, gentlemen. Let me go and get the list up here and see what we have tonight. Believe tonight somewhere. Number 20 is a weird one. We've got a weird one tonight, gents. Ben, are you ready for a weird one? Are you ready for a weird one?
Yeah.
We're getting listener James tonight has given us something completely and utterly meta. This is the most meta rank we've ever had. You know, James is a good mate of all of ours. Is James?
Jimmy, you wild card, you.
Jimmy, you crazy.
Is this the James I'm thinking of?
It is not. I don't know which James you're thinking of, but I'm going to assume it's not.
Then why did you say no? Look at that, bouncing it already just to neg it.
It's such a rare name. It's such a rare name, James. It's rare that you've ever met another James.
James Smith. Do you know James Smith?
Yes.
James Smith. Yes.
My name's James. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce that? James?
Hummus. He is by far the most meta rank we've ever had. He has asked us, James. He has asked us the best things to rank. What are the best things to rank?
Can I tell you what the best things not to rank are? I remember doing birds one time, and I was like, I have nothing.
That's the beauty of this podcast, though. That's the beauty of this podcast. We don't know what we're going to do. It comes up on a wheel, and guess what? We've got to try and do it. We've got to try and make something out of this thing. And sometimes our best ones are the ones where it's like, what the hell? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? So tonight, we're going to get meta as. Yeah, what's the best thing to rank?
Can we?
I mean,
see, this is the thing. I love to talk out my ideas, and we can't with this. I'm like, hang on, what do you mean? Do you mean like if I'm dying in my bed and I look back and I rank the best things that I wish I could have done? I mean, I don't know.
Why not?
That's a really good idea.
That's a really good idea.
That's actually brought a whole new.
But do you know what I mean? It's such an open, like, James, great question, but I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, but
I mean, to be honest, bank heist, a couple of orgies, I reckon I'd be like, yeah, chuck them in. I could have, yeah. Something really exciting. Like, could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. See, I was thinking immediately, I was thinking so broad on the spectrum, and you've just thrown a curveball into it, Ben. Something that's going to be.
I love that.
I love that too. Oh dear.
Yeah, that would be one to go for, actually, Ben. Actually, I shouldn't
Which
say
one?
anything about what
The bank heist or oh no, right, no. So how are we framing this? That's what I want. I'm like, okay.
Any way you want. That's the thing about That's Rank Podcast.
Yeah,
you can frame it any way you want. There is no boundaries. You have to justify it. So you can't go out of the sandbox altogether. But definitely bring some toys in. Definitely bring some creative storytelling. Definitely have some fun with it, because that's where we get the most interesting ranks.
Yeah. Oh dear. And that's where I usually fail miserably. I usually fail. These are my ranks where I'm just kind of like, oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Well, I was in a pretty literal place as well. I will say I was in a pretty literal place, but now I'm thinking differently.
See,
I cannot think of anything.
It's tricky. Like if you were to say to me, I could give you 3 right there. Like I've already said 2 of them, but then I'd feel like fought in a war. Now I don't want to fight in a war, but retrospectively, do you know what I mean? Like if you did it and survived it, it would be amazing to say. It would be like an amazing experience to go through. It's the defining experience of like my granddad's generation. It's largely what he would talk about, and for good reason. It's like, this is so. Yeah, I'm like,
if I could
be on the other side of it, I'd say that. But if I had to endure it now, no, you're all right. I'm okay.
Oh dear!
Because everyone comes back from war really happy that they've made it through with no long-term psychological damage. That's what happens when you come back from war, from my understanding.
That's right,
at least.
Yeah.
Is that right, Ben?
I've played Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
That's right.
It's not so. PTSD doesn't stand for post-traumatic stress disorder. It stands for post-terrific stress disorder, because
everyone is loving it. I will say this: my granddad would always tell me a story. This, sort of reoccurring story of some bloke called Ginger, who they thought had died in the war but hadn't, and so he would tell me this. Like if I'd see him every once or 2 weeks, and he'd go like, so there I was in Feltham High Street. All of a sudden, whoa, it's Ginger. Oh, I see the fucking ghost. And he would tell me this story ongoingly, and I'd be like, I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to say, I know. He's not dead. You just thought you'd seen a ginger ghost. It was like, it was obviously, that experience was defining, but he would just, I don't know, there's obviously stuff he didn't want to talk about, but do you know what I mean? Like especially in England, like your grandparents.
I do. One of my best stories is one of my worst experiences. Which is
that's probably what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. I was homeless in Spain for 4 days. Some old man tried to prostitute me, took me back to his house, and it's a great now. I got through it. Well done.
We don't all get that. I've never been solicited.
But it's just terrible. Terrible.
I know. Look, I look a lot better with a beard. Okay, all right.
Someone's attempted to solicit me twice, I shall add.
Twice?
Oh, right. Show off.
By the way, hello, Mum. Hello, Mum.
Fair play, I say.
I was solicited once to an old Japanese lady.
All right, we're all showing off now.
Yeah. I was purely an accessory. I was just there to get the pimp money.
What do you mean?
I was teaching English in Japan, and ended up being told to go to a private English lesson with one of the older students, and I got shipped off to Tokyo and rocked up in my best pair of pants that I'd brought on that trip, and had to Had to go and
See, you play innocent, but you still put on your best pair of pants.
My only pair of pants, might I say. I was not well prepared for that business trip, that's for sure.
I was going to say, he's got you there, Columbo.
So how do we get into this? How do we get into this? We got into this because Ben was trying to figure out how to rank the best rank.
Yeah.
Top times you've been solicited and go.
Yeah.
And go.
You two read it, right? I'm like, oh.
The top 3 things money can buy. Go. Number 1, me.
Oh, man.
Charge by the kilo. Make a fortune.
Oh, dear, Rob. Oh,
It's because I'm tall.
It's because you're tall. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a big man. You're a big man. Lots more to give out.
Tall.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, you're tall. You're tall. You are tall. It's true. You're taller than me.
No, you're
taller than Ben.
Dude. It's, probably
That's
more
true.
value in a
I can't
giant than a
deny it.
hobbit.
I can't deny it. Yeah, I can't deny it. Probably more in common with a giant than a hobbit.
I said more value in a giant than a hobbit. If you're soliciting.
Oh, more value.
I don't know if that's true.
Have you not?
Have
you not watched the movies?
Yeah.
Nothing has more value than a hobbit, Ben. Have you not seen any of the films, read the book?
Oh,
The Heart of the Hobbit.
It's not the hobbits. It's come on. No.
You give that ring to a giant within 50 meters, it's smashing up the town.
Oh,
You know,
too much
the
pan
Hobbit.
pipe. Too much pan. Oh, if these guys had known each other since birth, they would have been, come on, that's not how me and my friends talk to each other. And I look like a hobbit, so.
What time is 11's? Is it actually at 11 or is it later on?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
And who's carrying a watch? That's what I want to know.
That's right.
That's right. Not in those times.
Looking
Not
at her
those.
hairy feet. All right.
Yeah.
So, pressing on. I'm the one saying this now.
I know.
So how are we doing? Are we just ranking whatever?
Well, yeah,
No,
I guess
not
that's kind of
whatever.
the rush.
Is this what James
Not
wanted to
whatever.
do? Is throw us a curveball? He's like, get this, yeah.
That's what people do. That's what people do. They throw us curveballs, and this is the curviest of all curveballs. Rank. What is the best thing to rank?
James is my friend who lives in Goulburn in New South Wales. Hello, James. And yes, he is a dastardly cheeky bugger. So this is not surprising at all. Not surprising at all. All I'll say. That's all I'll say. Shout out to James.
James.
Well, on that, does anyone have an idea they would like to lead in to the rank with? 5 minutes each. You don't have to use the whole 5 minutes. You just can't have any more to give your idea and give your point for your rank. Anyone, any takers at all for this trickiest and most dastardly of ranks?
I've got many rattling around. I'm happy for someone else to go because I think I've gone first last few times. So I don't want to hog all the firsts. And
I don't mind.
And I'm still trying to make my mind. You want to go?
No, I said I don't mind if you go first, hog the firsts. I really don't mind. You can. I really don't mind.
I haven't quite decided yet, though. I actually haven't decided.
Whew, James, what have you done to us? So I think what it was I think I had an idea, and now Bino's thrown it out the window with his queries, and now I'm like, well, if I give my idea, it's not going to win the rank, is it? Because it's going to be boring as sin.
He's trying to spanner in the works with his queries.
I know, how dare he?
All right. Well, then I guess you should go first, Liam.
I don't know what I'm going to rank, though, bro. That's the problem. I'm not sure how to rank this rank, the rank about the ranks.
Okay. I can go.
Okay.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was about to say I'll go and just wing it, but I need some.
You go then.
I need some inspiration.
Wing it.
I insist, Rob. I need some inspiration. I would love for you to go and potentially take the very, very one thing that I'm thinking about. That'd be funny if that happened.
Okay, I'll go. I'm going to argue my point.
Go on.
I am happy to
Your 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes begins now.
My favourite things to rank are the things you would never think you could actually rank. They're the weird ranks. They're the unexpected ranks. They are things like rank the best rank. These are the ranks that I have the most fun with because they're just the most surprising. You know, and every time we get stuck, we're like, oh, what are we going to do here? You know, we're going to, like, we ranked mouth feels. You know, we ranked grossest things. Like, we've ranked desserts you'd retrieve from the bin. I know colours isn't exactly weird, but like ranking colours, like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess kids rank colours, but like we rank colours. A bunch of adults sat around ranking colours. And my favourite ones are the ones that are unexpected ranks. Unexpected and weird ranks. The things that you don't think you can rank are the ones that are the best ranks because it just gets random. It gets very creative. It's very surprising. And let's face it, we've all sat around with our friends. We've all been ranking other things. We rank food, we rank movies, we rank songs. And I could have gone one of those and, not to give away the fun, but, you know, I think those things are very good to rank, you know, and I probably would support that answer. But for me, the ones that I remember are the things that we shouldn't be able to rank, the things that we actually rank. I want to see if I can find some funny ones here. So I've got mouthfeels and desserts you retrieve from the bin. I know those ones. You know, we ranked, best bad actor. That's probably, no, you can actually rank that. That's not an interesting one. Mostly generally, actually. I mean, that is an interesting one. That is an disgusting thing. So we ranked the most disgusting things. We ranked theme songs for your life, which was one of my favorite ranks. I love ranking theme songs for our life. You know, worst places to get tattooed. That's something that I guess you could expect to rank, but that was a fun rank. Like, these are the things that get us going. Remember that one? Things that get us going. You remember that one, don't you, Ben? You were there for all those. You were there for all of these.
Oh, yeah.
I think I just enjoy those because they're random, because they're more interesting, and often I think they can be funny ranks. So I'm just going to leave it there at my 3 minutes. My favourite ranks are the things you think you cannot rank.
There we go.
Telling you, the next time I come on here,
Ben's,
I'll sort this out.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm tired of doing this with my mouth.
That's what we. Yeah, but, do you know what I love about that though, Ben? Is your consistency with how that sounds. Every time it sounds exactly the same. It's fantastic. It's amazing how you do that. It's almost like you've got a little soundboard that you're doing it and just making your mouth go. It's beautiful.
Oh, no, I fucked it. Sorry.
No, I like that. I like that, Rob. I like that, Rob.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good. That was a good take on it. That was a good take on it.
Thank you.
I've got an idea now, so I'm happy with. Okay. If you want to go, Liam.
So no, look. No, it's okay. I will go. Do you know why? Because I think mine's going to be boring. So I'm going to go now, and I'll get mine out of the way, and then Ben's going to bring it home with something interesting, introspective. You know, it's going to be fantastic, right? I'm not selling it up too much, am I, Ben? That's what you're going to bring, something epic to the table. Huge.
No, I'd love it if you could use more words to describe it.
Exquisite. Sumptuous.
Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
Maybe just in my proximity to the microphone, not in the quality of what I'm saying or the content. But sumptuous in my delivery.
All right, well, sumptuous. All right, well, I'll go because I don't really know. I don't think I'm going to think of anything better than this. And I'm just going to have to put it out there. Otherwise, we'll be here for 20 minutes watching me think, which is no fun. No one wants any of that. Oh, boy. This
really
might not be fun either.
Really
my 5 minutes
really strong start here, Liam. Really strong start,
man.
full of
Lean
confidence.
into it. Commit.
Yeah. I always... I learned from a very wise person once who said, go in with confidence right before they ranked. That person was Ben Sutton, and he came last that episode. So I'm just going to lead into that and just go
No, but I
this is great. This is great.
Didn't I? Because it worked out for you, obviously. I came last, so it wasn't bad advice.
Yeah. And this is doing me really well as well, because I did start my timer and we've now killed like a minute of it, which is fantastic.
Sorry. All right. Okay.
So, no, actually, don't be sorry. I'm going to take a similar idea. So Rob actually said the one that I was thinking that I'm just going to go with. And he said it was something that was quite a broad thing to rank. But the reason I'm going to go with this is because I think it's one of the ones, like on the back of what Rob was saying, how you can talk with your friends, you can talk with your mates about ranks. When I've spoken about this podcast to people and they haven't really understood the concept, I've just brought up a few of the topics that we've ranked on this show before, like Rob has just done. And there's one that always gets people talking, and that is anything to do with food. It's just anything to do with food. You can do any sort of food rank and people will be like, oh yeah, that sounds like a silly idea. And then 2 minutes later, everyone's talking about it and everyone's having an argy-bargy about it. Now it's tricky because obviously it's very objective. Like what's the best food? What's the best thing? You know, the worst mouthfeel, everyone's going to have a different answer. The best chocolate cake, everyone's going to have a different answer. But there's always a different answer. And that's what's great about them, because we can come on this podcast and we can do these little spiels for 5 minutes and tell each other why we think ours should win. And at the end of the day, it's what we all kind of do. But food specifically probably has the most variety, the most things you can talk about, the most scope in terms of where you can go. You can talk about desserts, you can talk about different travel destinations, you can mix a whole bunch of different ranks together to bring in a multitude of ranks about food. And let's be real, food are usually the ones that we get the most listens on. People love listening about food. People love watching things about food. It just is how it is. So while it might be a really basic answer, I understand that. I think if you're talking about the best things to rank, the things get people most excited, I think food is definitely the number one thing to rank across the board, all the way across. My answer is food. Food is the best thing to rank. How much more have I got? I got 3 minutes to go. Ranking food is the best. Food. Ranking food. How good? Okay, no, I'll yield my time. I'll yield my time.
Food. Food is tasty. I eat food. Food is good. But no, I did say they were broader topics, but I said they were also strong topics. I said there were strong topics. And I said I would also.
Yes, you did.
I was thinking about going with food. To be honest, I was going to go with food, and I decided at the last minute to go. It was actually in the. It was someone said something about weird ones or something. I don't know, weird ranks. I can't remember where it was, and that was the one that got me. I was like, oh, weird ranks. I love to rank weird ranks. Anyway, but I didn't say. I wasn't trying to minimize the strengths of food early on, Liam. Or maybe I was. Maybe I was playing checkers.
No.
Well, you guys are playing chess, which is the opposite of how that expression goes. I was playing checkers while you guys are playing chess. That's why I lost all my money.
Yeah, no, I think I do like yours too, though, Rob. I mean, because we must admit the most fun we have on these episodes is when we're doing the weird shit too. But weird shit combined with food shit gets a lot of attention. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Like birds.
All right.
You never would expect you to be able to rank birds, but we successfully ranked birds, and everybody loved that episode.
Everybody loved
serious?
It. No.
But I
wasn't.
Hang on a minute.
That was our 100th episode, wasn't it? We did the Sphere 100th.
Yes. The best part of that was the
wheel.
But you know what though? Do you know what? It wouldn't have been right to choose a topic for the 100th episode. We had to go for it, right? We can't just be like, okay, let's do something special for the 100th and do a good one. No, we leave it up to fate.
It would have been okay if you were ranking Alfred Hitchcock movies, but just as a blase sort of general thing, I think, I had nothing.
Yeah. No, that's okay, man. That's all right. But have you got something for tonight?
Yes.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the timer for myself because I forgot to do that. And I'm going to reset it for Mr. Ben Sutton. Are you ready, Ben, for your sumptuous, exquisite rank?
I love how if you've got nothing with this, the whole thing is to make it sound like a debate talk. So you just, or like a lawyer just bumping out an argument just to, so if it sounds like that, it's what it is.
Yeah, cool. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm ready. Let's go. All right.
You are going. Your timer's gone.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. I didn't know. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm just eating into the time now. Sorry. Are we going? Anyway. So the rank of ranks, that's what James Smith has asked for. What's the best rank? Yeah? Is that your mate, James Smith? Yeah.
James Cornwell.
That's right.
James Cornwell. I apologise, James.
James Cornwell. Thank you for this. Now, the rank of ranks, okay, you've listed, mouthfeel, brilliant, okay? What else have we had? Smell, bad actors, food. All worthy. But, and that's what I mean about debating. You see the caesura I took there, like the pause? Uh-huh.
But I'm going to look at this in the way that my mind originally framed this, in that if I'm going to rank things, then it has to be from perspective. If I'm going to rank the rank, if this is the top rank for all of the things, it has to be at a point where my life has ended. So I'm looking at across the board as a rank. What's the best rank? The best thing, I think, is experiences. As naff as that might sound, if I'm looking at this as a whole, what's the top rank? The rank for me in life is experiences. They don't have to be good, don't necessarily have to be bad. There was that one where I did that one on Barefaced Stories recently, Rob, where I told that story about almost getting killed by a horse. And it being, it was a monumental, pivotal point in my life. Like so many things learned in a walloping from a horse where it nearly killed me. But you didn't, did you fucker? The other one being where I went to, Carnarvon, and let a fire extinguisher off over the entire crowd because, through a mishap. But they were all, I'd crop dusted an audience. It was ridiculous. But I still get the story. Like, you know what I mean? So in the rank of rank, I'm like, yeah, that's one of the experiences that I look at in life. First love has always got to be up there. Sex, losing your virginity, all that kind of stuff. Intimacy, all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So for me, the rank of ranks has to be experiences, those pivotal moments, those things that stand out across your lifespan. I think that's it.
That's really good.
Sorry, James, if that was, but
What?
Sorry,
don't apologise.
You
don't
sent me down a
apologise to him.
cul-de-sac, and I've got to act, haven't I? Anyway,
don't apologise to James. He knows what he did.
Yeah, that's it.
Ben, I love that. I love that answer though. That's really nice because, like, if you're looking at it from a podcast perspective, Rob and my answers make sense. From your perspective of life, and if you're doing it from a personal standpoint and looking back on everything, then yeah, it's hard to argue against that rank because that's what they say, right? Before you die, your life flashes before your eyes. All these experiences that are living somewhere in this subconscious somewhere. Phew.
Can I jump in?
Rank them before you die. Quick.
Let me jump in here, as I think the only one amongst us who works in grief and loss, who has researched grief and loss, and has worked in various services that are around palliative care and end of life. I can tell you what the research suggests is the number one thing people will look back on their deathbed is the times they ranked unexpected ranks. The times they got sitting there with their friends talking about mouthfeels or desserts from the bin. The research and evidence says that's what people rank.
Oh, my God.
I challenge you. I found this on Facebook, I might add. On Facebook.
Yeah.
Reference
reliable
Facebook.
Source.
Reliable source.
Holy shit. I was not expecting you to go there, Rob. Crikey,
Zuckerberg, 2011.
So poised for something profound just then.
Yeah, I know.
And I wasn't disappointed, to be honest.
No.
I didn't get profound, but I wasn't disappointed.
Oh, wow.
No, it's experiences. It's the thing. Yeah, people look. I loved that on your deathbed type thing because it's true. What do you look back on? Oh, that was the best thing I ever did. Yeah.
Wow. But do you know what the funny thing is, though? It's like some of those experiences I wouldn't rank as like good experiences.
Sure.
They're just the most memorable, the most punch-out sort of. And, I mean, it's like doing stand-up in the early days. And if you do really well, that's great. But if you bomb, that really is. That's when you kind of learn the most. So
true.
It's such a, I'd rank those experiences, but I wouldn't rank them if we had to rank them in terms of pleasurable or the best.
It's beyond that.
It's beyond that, yeah.
It's profound.
Well, their first love, that's good.
The ones that have had it,
yeah. Whatever.
I mean, it's more about
love
the profound. Good one. Yes, good. I was going to say something. Can't remember what it was.
Sorry. All right.
So Ben, you start the ranking process, Ben. You're the one that sits there and goes first with your 1, 2, 3, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Are you getting closer to the camera?
Oh God! I must be like
You just want everyone to see. I understand.
Didn't I tell you? I said, like, growing up in the UK, I thought, like, this is, like, they like real faces. I can be an actor. And, like, growing up here, like, no.
You look perfect, Ben. You look perfect. Now, hurry up and rank.
Cut that part out.
Which part?
Okay, remind me which. This part where I was like,
What's your 1, 2, 3? What's your number 1? What's your number 2? What's your number 3?
Okay, so remind me again what yours were. Yours was Liam.
Mine was food. So food experiences across the board. The book across the board. Yeah.
Mine's the things the things you don't expect you can rank. The weird things you don't think you can rank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'm definitely putting mine first.
Yeah. That's fair.
Mine, Liam, Rob.
Okay.
The backlash, the controversy.
Not true.
I know.
That's not what the evidence says. That's not what the evidence says. But anyway.
I was on the hook there. I was like, this is about to be some serious stuff. Like, wow. Rob has really loaded this with, as a professional who's worked in this industry for several years, I can tell you.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
All right, my turn to rank, right? I'm gonna put Ben first as well. I think it's a nice idea, kind of out of the box as well, which was nice. I'm going to put Rob second. I'm going to put myself third. I'm going to give myself a cheeky Bartholomew. I think the weird ranks that you don't expect has been the best thing and probably the best conversation starter, even though I said food was a good conversation starter, and it is. When I'm talking about this thing with other people, if you can get them to start talking about those weird things, I think people get a lot more. People get a lot more kind of fun out of it because they kind of challenge themselves in a way as well. So that's how I'm ranking it. I'm ranking Ben number 1, Rob number 2, myself number 3, Roberto. Por favor.
Well, you're right, because on the weekend, last week, I was on, shameless plug here, Drive with Joe Trilling on ABC Radio on Friday afternoons.
7:20.
7:20, and I talked about the podcast. And then when I talked about the things that we ranked, what did I go to? I went to the weird ones.
You did.
I was probably going to go, I've actually just pivoted. I'm all over the place. I'm wild. First, I was going to align myself to Ben's. And then as Liam started talking, I thought, you know what? No, I think I'm going to give my weird things to rank a little bit more credit, because I was kind of I was on the brink of self-Bartholomewing. And I said, no, I'm actually going to go with the same rank that Liam did. I'm going to go Ben number 1, the weird things number 2, and then number 3 is food. But I was actually going to go food myself originally. So I was going to go with food myself. But
but that's the beauty.
Everyone loves talking about food.
Yeah, but that's the beauty, man. This is why they do. But this is why I put you second, though. Is because the good thing about this podcast,
Granddad, what's your best memory? What's your most profound memory, Granddad? I had a sandwich, chicken katsu. Oh, like that's when like it's really profound. Absolutely,
yeah.
The best. Yeah,
mate.
Oh, fancy that. I couldn't afford it at the time, but I traded in a fine belt.
Tonkatsu sauce, delicious. It was so good. Yeah.
I was wearing an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time.
Yeah, that means hot. Yeah. Atsui means hot. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, you should have done it. There's a lot of things. Ben, you can't be like the smug actors on set telling me to cut things. I'm not doing extra work. Absolutely not. Baka. I don't like it. Start again. All right, All right, it's all good, gents. We're going to wrap this bad boy up, I think. So tonight, in third place was myself with the food, ranking food. Rob number 2 with ranking the weirdest things. And Ben, give yourself the sound, my friend, with experiences, life experiences, but just not even just experiences. It's like your experiences in life, personal rank, a lovely little personal rank. I like that a lot. We liked it a lot. We hope you liked it a lot as well. Thank you for joining us on. Don't worry, Rob. I'll come to you in a second. Don't stress. Or Ben, whoever wants to do the final thought. But on the topic of the best ranks, this is episode 107. So if you do want to go back and you want to listen to some of the archives, we've got all the things we talked about before: weirdest mouthfeel, colors, taste, worst place to get tattooed. It's all there. Go back and listen to them. We've got over 100 episodes for you to go back and feast on. So if you are listening to us for the first time, based on Mr. Rob's ABC appearance, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you coming this far. And yeah, I think it's really nice. Go back and listen to us. We enjoy doing this for you. And like we do every episode, we're going to finish off with a final thought. Who wants it? Does Rob want it? Does Ben want it?
I want to share what my nephew said, because I was talking with
Oh no, what's happened? He's lost it.
Actually, no, I'm not going to share what my nephew said. What I'm going to do, actually, my final thought is this.
Boo. Alec Baldwin.
I can and I will, because what I'm trying to do is create a profound, memorable experience for you all. And you'll all be lying on your deathbeds going, remember that? What's your best moment? And you'll be like, that time Rob almost reviewed what his nephew said and then didn't. And I was left wondering. And to this day, as I die, what was it?
Yeah,
and automatically
also
download into your memory.
Yeah.
No, my final thought is this: What Ben said is true. It's the experiences, it's the memories, it's the moments that we remember most. So when you are trying to support somebody, this is the professional in me speaking, when you are supporting someone, who is at the end and they've got very little energy and every word is a struggle and they're just trying to kind of get through, the best thing to say and do is to force them to rank the best experiences in their life. What's your number one, Granddad? Tell me, what's the number one? You can't go. What's the number one? Oh. And then when they've gone, you go, I never knew. What was Granddad's number one? Never knew. Never said it. I forced him. Tried to. Didn't get there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, for future eps, you know it's coming. Lovely guys. Lovely, Jeremy. Lovely guys. Thank you so much for joining.